Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel today, and we are back for another Walking Dead: A New Frontier episode 5 from the Gallows theory video today. And today we're going to be talking about what won on my last straw poll, which we did, was it yesterday, on yesterday's video, which was who I thought was going to die on the Walking Dead episode 5. Well, if you haven't checked out that video, that'll be linked down below in the description and as well in the card in the top right. But it turns out our winner is returning characters for episode 5, and as I put, Jesus, Krista, Molly, etc. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about potential returning characters that could return in from the Gallows on episode 5, as we've got a couple options on potential characters and even characters from past seasons that could make a return that we have not seen in a couple episodes or just have not seen in a while. So I'm going to basically be discussing them. We've got at least about a couple here that I want to discuss about right now. So let's get straight into it. Again, if you guys want to go vote for the next video, that'll be linked down below in the description. Really do appreciate everyone on their support. 122 likes in a video I just made yesterday, and that's insane. Who knows, that video is doing really well. So I really appreciate you guys. Really love the theories. I've had people come on my live streams thanking me and telling me that they want more. So you're getting more, and I hope you enjoy. Again, if you have not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and leave a thumbs up so you don't miss out on some more episode 5 content before it releases May 30th. Fairly certain about that. Alright, now, let us start with our first character, as we've got Krista. Now, Krista, it's been a while. This has been something since the beginning of Season 2, Episode 1, that people have wanted Krista to return for so damn long. But if we remember correctly, what happened to Krista at the end of the beginning of actually episode 1 of season 2? She got lost. Remember, she was being held at gunpoint by the scavengers, and all we could see was we had a decision to throw the rock or watch, and either that she would run and you hear a gunshot, or she would get stabbed and then you hear a gunshot after. So there have been a couple theories about what people have been saying and what happened with Krista. Is she dead? Is she alive? Is she somewhere else? Could she potentially make a return? Here's why I think that it's a potential. If she did not die in that Season 2, Episode 1 scene where they heard the gunshot and stuff, I mean, people wanted to return. They thought she was going to be in Wellington. Hell, I thought she was going to be there too, but they've held off all this time. This would be the episode, I think, that they could pull out a character that we have not seen in a while, or a character that left recently, and it would cause some kind of shock effect, because these episode 5s tend to be the highest climax, impact, sadness, emotional episodes that you're going to find here. So we're going to have to look at that way. Now, where would she potentially be? Remember, we have no idea after that scene there where she could have possibly went, but there is one little idea I have where she could be. If she does return, we're going to talk about every potential scenario that the character could return. I don't think she will return, Krista, personally. I don't believe it. But if she does, I believe she'll be at the McCarroll Ranch. Now, why do I think she can be at the McCarroll Ranch? I think she's always wanted to find some kind of community. I don't know if this McCarroll Ranch is more of a community or just some kind of housing central. I believe it's like a community, like Wellington. It might not be as big as a community as Wellington, but it seems like this ranch, it's taking care of AJ, so there must be some good people there. So what if potentially Krista is there? That would be an absolute mind shocker. Everyone would be so happy and filled with emotion. But we don't know about that. I think that's a possibility. We gotta look at it that way. But that's the only way I could see Krista returning this episode, is if she's at the McCarroll Ranch. And then that would be it for her. But, you know, Krista's one of my favorite characters from Season 1. And, you know, she only barely got any time in Season 2. So I really do hope that she could possibly return. And now, our second one. This seems a little crazy, but I've always had people talk to me about this. I don't think this is ever going to happen. But we're going to talk about it. You know, I just want to get this off my chest, and for viewers that have been telling me about this, they think it's possible. I'm going to tell you why it's not. Now, people had said Kenny or Jane. Now, why do I think that's crazy? They already died, obviously. But they think because in episode 1, in the cutscene there, if in fact you did leave them, let's say in episode 5 of season 2, if you ended up leaving Kenny and just going alone, people think that he's still alive. Or same thing with Jane. If you left Jane and went alone, they think they're still alive. So Would Telltale be crazy enough and gutsy enough to carry on that decision from last season and put it into this episode 5? And where would Kenny and Jane return? If they ended up returning, which is a 0% chance, but, you know, you never know. You never know. I doubt 0%, but if it ends up happening, I would just lose my mind. It's probably not, but, you know, they would probably be at the McCall Ranch too, or at least somewhere outside of the city. Would you expect a Kenny just to come out of nowhere and save everyone? Oh my goodness, you don't know how much I would freak out about that. Or Jane, you know, I don't like Jane the most, but that would still be shocking to me. Even it would be based off your decision. Maybe an Edith, but we know Edith said no matter what, so it doesn't matter. It's like if you didn't go to Wellington and Edith just shows up. No. But that would be the only way. They either are outside the city, maybe a rescue mission, or they're in the McCall Ranch. But that is a 0% chance. You never know. People, give me what you think about that. I don't think that's going to happen, but it's always up for debate. Next, we have Molly. This is another very interesting one that I think is more possible than most people believe. I believe this is almost the most possible comeback character. Now, why would I think this? It might sound crazy, but Molly, she was a very complex character. She was a badass. Everyone liked her, and there's always been talk about her returning. Everyone's wanted some kind of returning character. I think Molly could fit that. She is a survivor. She can she's very, very handy, and she can scavenge when she needs to, when she's against it. And I believe she's a survivor. I think, honestly, even if they're not going to bring her in this episode, I still think in this current timeline we're in, I believe Molly's still alive. I don't know if she'll pop up or return, but that would be insane if Molly did pop up. I don't think that's going to happen, but I'd say it's more likely than Krista, but who knows? Molly's more of a minor character, so that's why I'm thinking the Krista thing even seems more likely, even though I think Molly might be a better shot. But I would think the same thing. Molly would be, you'd find her somewhere outside of Richmond, or maybe New Richmond, or you'd find her maybe at the McCall Ranch. I think all these characters could be at the McCall Ranch. I would be, it would be nuts. But that's what I think about Molly. Alright, after Molly, we've got the trio of bandits, or should I say, betrayers. Bonnie, Arvo, and Mike. These three, I hate. You think I hate Eleanor when I said last video? No. These three, I hate way more. These are probably the three most disliked characters I have in the entire freaking Walking Dead series so far from season 1 to season 3. They're almost basically at the top. Why would they return? Most likely, I don't see it, but why would I think they return? Shock value. Telltale tends to, in these episodes, they tend to do some shocking-ass moments. They tend to bring something that you would not expect. Like a betrayal. Of course, in episode 5, when you had Arvo shoot Clementine and everyone lost their mind, I wanted to punch the son of a bitch and wish he was dead. But, you know, they're going to Texas, so why would I think that'd be possible? What if Texas didn't work out and they went back near the east? Remember, we're in some kind of area near Virginia, where this is because we went from Wellington, which was in Ohio, so we kind of went down south to Virginia. Now, would they be over there? I would think possibly. Bonnie, remember, she's determinate, so I don't think she would probably show up no matter what. But Mike and Arvo, I would even say it's more unlikely than Molly and Krista. But if they did return and they gave us the option to kill them, ooh, baby, I would love it. If we were like going to the McCall Ranch, and what if they were running the McCall Ranch? Oh, that would be such a plot twist. I would just, you had like the option to shoot. Oh man, that would just, I don't think that's going to happen, but that would be so interesting because I still owe Arvo a bullet. He gets a bullet. And Clementine, I believe, if Clementine even ran into Arvo, I could just see it. I could see the shot happening. Alright, and then another one we have, potentially returning characters, even though they've kind of been shown in cutscenes, is AJ. AJ is another one, because we haven't seen him yet this season. We've only seen him in flashbacks, and that doesn't count. Present storyline, we have not seen AJ yet. Where could AJ be? We know that, because Dr. Lingard told us episode 4 he's at the McCall Ranch. And this is why I think one of these characters that I've mentioned before could show up at the McCall Ranch. It's nuts to think about that would be that close, but who knows? I believe AJ is more likely than not going to be seen in this episode. And if he's not seen this episode, everyone's going to be pissed. I'm going to be pissed because you've shown flashback after flashback after flashback and information, and you still haven't given us, you've given us the location now. We have to find what happened to him now. It would make perfect sense. And I hope to God he's alive, or we don't have a decision where we have to kill him or not, or if he's determined, or if he turns into walk. No. I hope to God that doesn't happen, because that would be such a telltale thing to do. They just put us on the edge of our seat, and then something like that happens, and we all just lose our mind. I do not believe that is going to happen, but I know we're going to see AJ. I just don't know what's going to happen, if he's going to come to Terminator or something insane like that. I don't know. But that's what I think about AJ. Now, a couple more characters. There's a lot of characters here. I didn't realize this until they can bring so many back. Lily, another character. You know, some of you probably hate Guts because they killed Carly. I hate her because she killed Carly. I love Carly. I mean, Carly is one of the best determinate characters we could talk about, and that's when in season 1, that was one of the first determinate character choices, if not it was the first, and they ended up surviving an extra episode. This is kind of like Conrad, but they had more scenes. Lily and I do believe confidently that Lily will not make it. I believe she's still alive, but based on what happened, I don't think she's going to show up. That would be a very gutsy move by Telltale to bring her back at the end of Season 3. And again, I thought she was going to be in Wellington as well. I thought with Krista. I thought Lily for a minute could have been the leader of Wellington, which would have been like, whoa, that would have been mind-blowing. We never actually found out who it was, but we know it wasn't her for sure. So, who is it going to be? I don't think Lily is going to return, but, you know, that's always a possibility. Now, this is the most likely scenario of a possible returning character, even though he is a comic book character, my man Jesus. I love Jesus to death. He was a badass character. Again, we had a little squabble in episode 3, but I'm all good with Jesus returning. Now, why could Jesus return? Even though he might be going back to go to Rick's group, I can see Jesus potentially, like Conrad did in episode 4, making a return just for a short amount of time. We know Jesus is going off, no matter what, if this ends up leaving in episode 3 and he doesn't come back. We know he's going to Rick's group. So we don't know what's going to happen. I believe Jesus, it's potentially, I'm going to go with a 45% chance of a Jesus return. I'd say it's still more unlikely than not, but it seems like the most likely of a character return I see, in my opinion, other than AJ. But I think Jesus could definitely return, and he would probably maybe be at the McCarroll Ranch potentially. I'm telling you, it all could connect to that McCarroll Ranch, because I believe that is where the episode is going to end. Unless there's multiple decisions where it's like season 2 where you go somewhere, like 3 different possible places you can go. I don't think about that, but we'll see. I believe Jesus will potentially make a return. More likely than not, he won't, but we'll see. And then also, other character potentially that we could talk about are the 400 Days characters. I don't think they're going to have any possible return. You know, as much as I'd like to, probably not going to happen. But you never know. Telltale, those choices, they always keep them together. You never know. Maybe we'll see Eddie, Wyatt, someone of them pops up, That'd be nuts. I don't think it's going to happen, though, but it's always up for debate. We'll see. But other than that, that is basically it. And we know Glenn's not returning, obviously, because comics, not going to happen there. But that has been my video today, guys. We talked about every single character that I think could potentially return, and some that are just absolutely ridiculous, never going to happen. But, again, guys, I'll leave you my character list again on potential characters that were returned down below in the description. Remember, I'm going to go through them all right now because I don't want to make sure anyone's confused if I went too fast or anything. We have Krista, Molly, Lily, Jesus, AJ, Glenn, even though we know Glenn's not going to return no matter what. You never know. It's a 0% chance. And then we have the 400 Days characters, which I don't see happening, and then Molly. And that's basically it, folks. We'll see. And then we got our trio of betrayers, Arvo, Mike, and Bonnie. But we'll see. If any of those people make a return, it would definitely be a huge plot twist, and I think it would make the season even way better than it's already been. Because, honestly, I thought it started slow. Episode 3 started picking up. I started, and really, it's picking up. Episode 4, I feel, is the best episode. It's put everything set up for a good episode 5, and I'm ready for it, and I can't wait. If you guys want to go, leave a vote down below in the description for what next video you want. We're still going to be doing a ton of these. I really am enjoying doing them. If you haven't missed any theory videos, there's a playlist of all of my Walking Dead videos, so make sure you go check them out. They're the latest couple videos. And I'll have them in the card on top right as well in the end panels, which are going to come up here in a second. But thank you all again for watching, and this is Down the Bomb signing out. Peace. Thank you again. Love y'all, and make sure to leave that support. Episode 5 is coming.